We are not that unified in northern Nigeria, even politically. We are not.
Okay. Now, recently, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, former senator from Kano State, he is in the NMPP, and recently he was in a conversation, in a negotiation with the Labour Party to produce the vice president or to produce the president. Somehow, he came online and made some comments that hasn't gone down well with a lot of people. Now, the comments and what Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, those comments that he made, the not that he alluded in those comments, does that not apply to you?
Honestly, I think Mr. Kwakwanso is speaking for himself, as far as I'm concerned. Mr. Kwakwanso is speaking for himself. He's not speaking for all northerners. For crying out loud, the northern people are not morons that people will dictate to. This is the way you should go. No. We have thinkers in northern Nigeria. We have educated people in northern Nigeria. People that can think on their own and can make decisions on their own. So Kwakwanso coming on TV to tell you that only that northerners will not vote for PeterObi or political candidate from the southeast is his own opinion. He's not speaking on behalf of all northern Nigerians. Let me tell you the truth. Our experience in northern Nigeria for the past 7 years has been horrendous. And that is also changing the perception of the so-called politicians that are coming to the television to make such noise. They are still living in their past glory, believing that people are following them religiously like before. Right now, northern Nigeria is changing politically. Why? Because the insecurity in northern Nigeria is horrendous. Northern Nigeria has lost so many lives in the past 7 years. Northern Nigeria has lost economically in the past 7 years. Many of our people cannot farm. I used to be a farmer. I used to have a farm. 2 years ago, I stopped farming. Why? Because Fulani herdsmen destroyed the farm and they don't leave my farms alone. So that alone is making me angry. Angry that our politicians are enabling the herdsmen to do what? To destroy our source of livelihood. Not only that, many northern Nigerians are still under captivity of bandits as I'm talking to you now. And many have sold their properties to pay ransom to kidnappers to rescue their loved ones from their den. And many have been decapacitated. What I mean by decapacitated is many are still are now not able to fend for themselves because of the harm they suffered in the hands of terrorists in Nigeria. A lot of northern Nigerians are in IDP camps. I'm sure you all know that. So the northern Nigeria of today is not the northern Nigeria that Kwakwanso is trying to portray out there right now. I am a northern Nigerian. I schooled in northern Nigeria. In fact, forget about the issue of middle belt or whatever you call it. I am a core northerner. This middle belt, these are political divisions. I am a core northerner. But I am seriously rooting for PeterObi. Then you should be surprised. Why? It is because of what is happening in northern Nigeria. It is because of what is happening in northern Nigeria. So Kwakwanso coming there to make that statement, in my own opinion, is just political statement. You have to portray yourself as somebody who have people, somebody who can win election. So you don't expect Kwakwanso to stay there and tell people that northerners are not supporting him or northerners will not vote a northerner. Yes, if election goes today, in northerner we have a lot of votes in northern Nigeria, sure, because illiteracy and poverty will play a serious role in every election in northern Nigeria. We have a lot of illiteracy in northern Nigeria, and we have a lot of poor people in northern Nigeria. Those ones can be manipulated by the politicians using religion and money to make them vote. But I'm assuring you that a southerner will get a lot of votes from northern Nigeria in this coming election. A lot of vote, unprecedented. Watch it.
So what you're saying is that many northerners are also becoming obedient.
Sure. Very, very sure.
Now, when, after that interview, PeterObi yesterday replied, Kwankwaso, saying that the reason why there is, or that's the type of thinking he espoused, is the reason why we have 10 or rather 100 million unemployed Nigerians. Now, when you look at all the candidates that are vying for these elections, what's your take on on all of that, ranging from Tinubu, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Kwankwaso, and
PeterObi? Well, I think PeterObi is very right when he made that statement yesterday. Reason is, why are we where we are right now in Nigeria? Why? It is because wrong people are voted into power. That is just the summary. Wrong people are voted into power. And honestly, in northern Nigeria is the major victim of these unconscionable politicians. I will say the truth. They are the major, northern Nigerians are the major victims of these unconscionable politicians. If you look at the Human Development Index of Nigeria as a whole, northern Nigeria is at the bottom of the index. Literacy, poverty, disease, early marriage, Islamic extremism, banditry, terrorism, name them, prevalent in northern Nigeria compared to other regions in the country. Why? The question now you should be asking is, why is it like that? It is like that because the politicians that have been holding sway in northern Nigeria have not been leading. In fact, they have been oppressing northern Nigerians. They are not leading northern Nigerians, but they will come out to tell you they are leaders. You are not a leader when your people are not going to school. You are not a leader when your people cannot access basic and quality healthcare. You can't tell me you are a leader when poverty is ravaging your people. What kind of leadership is that? Your people are poor. Your people are poor. They are sick. They are unemployed. They are illiterate. And you are saying you are a leader. What kind of leadership are you providing? So PeterObi is very, very right in that aspect. We are where we are in northern Nigeria because of the kind of people we put in leadership. Simple and truth.
No, now, but if you okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Now, if you look at all the presidential candidates, as we rightly said now, but I should look at them and make my own observation. Well, they are all people of some good reputations. Nobody is actually a complete bad human being in life. But looking at all of them, from my own perspective, or my own belief, PeterObi is the best of them to me.
Why?
In 2019, I campaigned for Atiku Abubakar. Why? Because he's the only available option to take out the incompetent Buhari. Fortunately, PeterObi came up this time around, and I studied his resume and track records, and I said, "Wow, this man is the best." And I am campaigning for him day and night, online and offline. Atiku Abubakar, honestly, is popular in northern Nigeria to some extent, but not the way people in the south are thinking. Because in northern Nigeria, there are critical masses of people that believe that Atiku is corrupt. I'm telling you the truth. There are that believe that Atiku is a corrupt person. An average Hausa person will tell you Baraone. So that one alone kind of dimmed his popularity in northern Nigeria. So Kwakwanso, sure, is also popular in northern Nigeria, but not this 2023 election coming. Reason is, as I told you, unless the illiterates and the poor, the average educated northern Nigeria believe this man has failed for a long time. They have failed not. In fact, that failure is now taking away lives, and it is time to challenge them by voting for somebody we believe can handle this insecurity in northern Nigeria properly. And that is what we are doing now with PeterObi. Tinubu, well, because of Islam, he may be popular in northern Nigeria because of Islam to some extent. But I'm telling you that with the record of APC in northern Nigeria right now, Tinubu will struggle politically in northern Nigeria. But as far as I'm concerned, APC is a no right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that detailed answers and explanation. Now, just to take on some of the things you just highlighted, now you talked about religion when you alluded to Tinubu. Now, but there is a school of thought, or there are Nigerians that believe that northern Nigerians always vote according to ethnic sentiment and religious sentiment. Would you agree with that?
There is nothing that is permanent in life. Ideas do change. You see, beliefs do evolve. So those who are saying that northern Nigeria will always vote on around ethnic and religious line should know that that kind of mindset can change. You don't put people in a box and say that is who they are forever. No, I hate when you put people like that in the box. Not generally, religion, particularly Islam, plays a very serious role in northern election. That's why I told you right now that Tinubu, because of Islam, will be a bit popular in northern Nigeria. Islam somehow plays a very important role when it comes to election in northern Nigeria.
But are the younger ones not breaking away from that cliche?
That's what I'm telling you now. That those believing that northern Nigerians have one particular mindset all the time are jokers. That is changing. Oga, you are not in northern Nigeria right now. If you are in northern Nigeria and you know what insecurity is causing, and you know what poverty and illiteracy is causing, and you are educated, you would know what I'm talking about. That is changing right now. What do you? Why does Islam play a very critical role in the northern Nigerian election? It is because Islam is like a culture in northern Nigeria. Remember, not all northern Nigerians are Muslims. Remember that. We have traditional people and we have Christians. But Islam is like a culture in northern Nigeria. It is not just a religion. In fact, it is an identity. It is an identity to northern Nigerians. That's why you see them dress to show that they are Muslims. That's why you see the ladies in the or hijab to show that they are Muslims. They greet to show that they are Muslim. Assalamu alaikum. You know, so Islam is a culture in northern Nigeria, and you know, people tend to gravitate to their culture. So during election, they see a Muslim candidate as somebody that is part and parcel of their culture. But it is changing right now. It is changing right now. You cannot continue to vote people because you believe they share your religious culture, and you are dying, and your children are buried, and you cannot sleep, and you are in IDP camp. No, you will definitely change your mind and change who you vote for. That's the truth.
I think in one of, I follow you on Twitter, and that one tweet, you alluded to the fact that, there is no IDP camp in those southern Nigeria that they've asked that no one from northern Nigeria should vote, or that northern Nigerians don't necessarily, pick people from southern Nigeria. Do we have challenges there?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes. Suddenly, the system has gone blank. Your video has gone blank.
No. Yes, there's no light now. Light is off in my place.
Okay. That's fine.
Yes, there's no light.
Okay.
That's our problem in Nigeria.
That is part of the problem we are discussing.
Yes.
Who is going to give us this light? I mean, when you sit down and you listen, you hear other countries like they say Egypt did 25,000 megawatts in a space of 3 years, and Nigeria, we can't even maintain 8,000 megawatts that was handed over. Just maintain, don't add, just maintain it. But we can't, and we can actually say that the trajectory of where we're headed to is indeed troublesome. But having said that, sir, now, before I let you go, how do you see this election playing out? Do you have an idea, without announcing it officially, do you have an idea how, the Labour candidate might go in the political calculation in choosing a VP?
Well, this evening, a name is in fact there are Twitter handles that have gone viral announcing Dr. Ahmed Yusuf Dati as VP candidate for PeterObi, even though it is not yet official. Yes, it's not yet confirmed by the chairman of the party, because according to Doyin Yokupe, it is the chairman of the party that will make that announcement. But right now, it has gone viral. So, well, if that man is picked as the vice president to Mr. PeterObi, honestly, it is the bomb. Why? He's young and cerebral and educated. He can mobilize the youths up north there who are tired of the old political bloc, like them Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, all these old guys that northern youths are already tired of. That they will see this man as a hope for the young people, because he's popular in the north. He comes from a popular family. And in northern Nigeria, we have a lot of young population. A lot of young population in northern Nigeria. I wouldn't say we produce more children, than southern Nigeria. I wouldn't say that because I don't have the statistics, but considering the fact that polygamy is popular in northern Nigeria, you should guess that we should have very large population of young Nigerians. And this young man, in my opinion, will be able to really mobilize young Nigerians, young northerners, to support Obi presidency ambition.
Now, finally, here in the last couple of days, or rather weeks now, I believe you have also seen the type of toxicity that emanates from Reno Omakri's Twitter handle. What do you think informs such level of toxic comments coming from him?
Reno Omakri never knew, or let me even say PDP as a whole, never knew that PeterObi will be this popular. They never, in fact, they didn't see it coming. Right now, they are facing the reality. Right now, they are facing the reality, and they just have to struggle to cope with the reality. With Kwankwaso coming out in northern Nigeria, there, light is back, sir.
I can hear up
light is back. Yeah. So with the increasing popularity of PeterObi and Kwankwaso coming out now to kind of share a significant chunk of northern votes, and Atiku will struggle to get votes in southeast and southwest. I think Reno Omakri now believes if Atiku cannot have it, PeterObi should not have it. Honestly, that informed what Reno Omakri is doing. If Atiku cannot have it, PeterObi should not have it. That's what he's doing now. He's facing a reality that Atiku may not win. And he believes that if Atiku did not win, it is because PeterObi left PDP. If Atiku will not win, PeterObi should not win. I will do whatever I can do to make sure he gets no vote in northern Nigeria. And then if he cannot get votes in northern Nigeria, he will not win. But let me tell you one simple truth here. What Reno does not understand is the average northern Nigeria is not on Twitter. In fact, very few northern Nigerians are really on Twitter. I will confess. We don't have large number of northern Nigerians on Twitter. So all his noise trying to poison northern Nigerians against southern Nigerians will not work. That's number one. Then number two, those who know PeterObi and listened to what PeterObi has been saying will believe that PeterObi will never make such derogatory comment against Kano people or Kwankwaso. In fact, if you are sane enough, if you are sensible enough, you will know that Reno Omakri is just fabricating those statements to suit his political perspective and to kind of discourage people from voting for PeterObi. So they know it's a lie. Northern Nigerians know that Reno Omakri is a liar. They know. So let him continue to rant. Let him continue to lie. It will not work. Many of us here have already debunked that allegation, even though PeterObi did not make any comment. We've all made Twitter posts to debunk it, that it is a lie. And the Northerners on Twitter have read our post denying it. And many of them have watched the videos we sent out for people to watch and see where PeterObi made such comments. So I don't think it will have any significant impact. It's just ranting.
Okay. Now, before I let you go, finally, I want to ask you, there is this allegation always emanating from Reno, Deji, and Sergei Link. These are three individuals that always think that the PeterObi supporters are in the roads on the streets, that they are Vuvulan. I hope we know what that means. And in that sense, that is, to some people who say that that is inciting. However, yesterday PeterObi said that actually those are not his supporters, that those are paid agents who actually put out that tweet. Now, in conclusion here, what would you then say to PeterObi supporters based on these allegations that is being leveled against them?
Honestly, I will never advise PeterObi supporters to tone down their voice on Twitter or on social media. I will never. There are people in this country that call themselves the gatekeepers of social media, simply because they have large followers. They believe they should be the ones dictating the narratives. They should be the ones telling the truth, while others are liars. So I would not advise ObiDient, as we call PeterObi supporters, to tone down their voice. In fact, I want them to even attack these guys more. Honestly, we should attack them more.
But they're actually not doing any attack. They're only responding to allegations most times. Or have you seen them really?
I know what you are saying. They attack us by making false allegations, and we attack them back by insulting them and calling them names and do whatever. That's what I mean by attack. Where we are now in Nigeria, nobody should play nice when it comes to this coming election. It is a matter of life and death. How do you expect people to be playing nice when students are at home now for the past 4 months? How do you expect people to play nice when churches are being attacked, priests and pastors are being killed? Nigeria is failing. How do you expect people to be playing nice when your country is failing? Every supporter of the establishment is an enemy as far as we are concerned right now. Every supporter of the establishment is an enemy. Reno, Sega, whatever you call them, I don't know, I don't care. They are supporters of the establishment, covertly or overtly. And we know we shall face them, fight them, and defeat them. They are claiming we are going to lose the election. And if we lose, they will mock us, they will laugh at us. I don't know what they will gain from that. But the truth of the matter is, we are not going to lose that election. And even if we lose the election, it is their loss, not our loss. Because we brought somebody that can rescue this nation, somebody that is competent, cerebral, smart, experienced, and they rejected him. It isn't because we brought someone who is not qualified. So we will be proud after the election, win or lose. They are the ones that we lose. So as far as I'm concerned, we should attack them more, challenge them more, and call them out. They are nothing. They are just citizens like we are. They are not more than us. We are all Nigerians. They are not Nigerians than us. That you have 1 million followers does not make you anything. What we have, anybody? In fact, dogs have followers on Facebook. Dogs have followers. Cats have followers on Facebook. So what's the big deal about the fact that you have followers and that makes you arrogant and believe that whatever you say is final? Then you make criticism your obsession. If somebody coughs, you are criticizing. Without criticism, you cannot do anything. But the unfortunate thing, and do you know why we are so pained by these guys? These are the people that will be telling us they are good governance advocates. These are people that will be telling youths, I'm not a youth anyway, these are people that will be telling youths that youths are not participating in politics. These are the people that will tell youths that they are wasting time watching Big Brother Naija. Now somebody came and is credible, competent, with capacity, with integrity to rescue Nigeria. And these ones that are claiming to be good governance advocates, blaming youth for not participating actively in politics, are the ones now casting aspersion on this particular candidate. You can't cast aspersion on somebody we know is qualified, and you expect us to be looking at you. Indirectly, they know what they are doing. They use some tacit ways to cast aspersion on these guys, and they don't know that PeterObi is being followed massively by educated young Nigerians, not charlatans or illiterates or some street urchins. So we are going to give it to them, and we shall see how we defeat them at the polls.
Okay. No, finally here, do you see any semblance, because you've alluded here that you are an ObiDient or that you belong to the ObiDient family. Now I'll ask you, do you see any connection between the ObiDient movement and the endears movement? If any, how come that those who were within the endears or who supported the endears in the person of the three individuals aforementioned before, that they are now against the same type of movement that they once supported?
Yeah, thank you very much for this particular observation. It is not everybody that supported endears movement that wants good governance. That's the truth. Supporting the endears movement is different from wanting good governance. This is politics, and you know that people come into politics for different motives. Some people come into politics to trend, even to trend. Some people come into politics to make money. Some people come into politics to win, to make positive impacts, to lead. So there is a connection between endears movement and this particular political season we are in. But it is not everybody that participated in the endears movement that are good governance advocates. Take, for example, Reno Mokri participated very much in the endears movement. J.G. Omojowa, Sega wasn't part of the endears movement. Let me just say that, because at the end of the day, he was even against it. And we remembered. In fact, it's one of the reasons why he's been it's one of the reasons why he's been attacked now. So
he said that he backed out when the movement turned violent, and many people like.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Look, Sega backed out not because the movement was, even if you're backing out because the movement is getting violent, but you label it an insurrection. No. Yeah. So you don't label it as insurrection because a movement is getting violent.
Many people also argue that it was on that basis of labeling it insurrection because the hashtag was what he coined. Actually, we give it to him. But many argue that it was as a result of him labeling it an insurrection that led the government and gave the government the impetus to actually did the final assault that they had to do.
Yes, I believe that school of thought. In fact, I mean that school of thought that he contributed to the violence unleashed at Lekki tollgate. Meanwhile, what I'm trying to say in effect is this: there is a connection between endears movement and to this season of politics, but not all of us that actively participated in the endears movement want good governance. That's the truth. So those who want good governance are following PeterObi. Those who want to make money out of this season are on their own.
That's a very fine place to anchor it. Thank you very much once more. It's been a pleasure to speaking with you. My guest this evening has been Shehu Gazali Sadiq. Shehu Gazali Sadiq is a creative thinker, a good governance advocate, a public opinion commentator, an entrepreneur, and also a social commentator. Once more, thank you. Thank you, Shehu Sadiq, for being part
It's
of
my
my.
pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's my
Thank you
pleasure.
very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
great.
much. Have a wonderful evening. So everyone, thank you for tuning in. If you are still watching us here without subscribing, please do so by subscribing to this platform. Do much share this content. You can see a sound intellectual from the northern Nigeria. Today we had a conversation called the 2023 election, understanding the northern perspective. And like I said before, my guest was Shehu Gazali Sadiq. Now, in the next couple of minutes, I will be having another guest. We'll be stopping this stream, but we'll have another guest who is going to be also be joining us from northern Nigeria this evening. After that, we will be having a conversation to discuss Ekweremadu's appearance in court today. As you can see, many Nigerian politicians that really flew in from Nigeria to give him solidarity. In the court today, it was affirmed, the court affirmed that the young man in question is not 15, as previously been alluded. The court in the United Kingdom affirmed that the young man is indeed 21 years old. On the other news as well, we will also look at Odumeje's fence, not church, that was demolished today, and the assault that many people, myself included, that have really criticized as something that must not be encouraged. Once more, I am Maazi Ezeoke. Join me in the next round of this conversation.